Hello fellow Star Trek Fleet Commanders, Blackcaptain8 here from BHD8 Gaming. As we stated in our first video that touched on the Star Trek Fleet Command Battle Log tool, when there's a major update to that tool, we will do an update video to go along with it to keep everybody in the loop. We now have a fancy archive feature as well as a way to compare ship battle logs, so let's do it. Now there is an awesome archiving feature available to us that lets us take a log that we want to reference repeatedly later down the road and archive it, so we can easily pull it back up when we need to. This is not the actual log, but it is all the information on the battle summary screen, as we'll see here in a moment. But if you keep the actual log itself in your Google Drive, then you can go ahead and pull that back up later. Before we can take advantage of that though, we will need to attempt to run the scripts, give it permission to do so, actually run the scripts, install all the triggers, and then we will be off to the races. After we have finished all that, we can now select our Google Drive folder where we've stored our battle logs on the Archive tab. Watch the first video that we did on the battle log tool up here in the right hand corner for tips on getting your Google Drive sync set up to aid this whole process. So I've labeled my folder the super original title Battle Logs, and we've selected it. Now any logs that are in that folder we can select from the drop down and load into the summary screen, or we can archive that information for later use. Alternatively, you can select to add everything in that folder to your archive all at once. Once it's done, we can add a filter to our archive to show only the logs we're interested in. Then we can transition to the Ship Battle Comparison tab and compare a primary log to up to 2 secondary logs. An important side note, this does not currently work with Armadas or base attacks, as there's not really a way to boil down all that information in a nice clean way here on the summary screens, with all those ships that will be involved. Some other things Stewie and the team would like you to know. Once a log has been archived, you can move its location within Google Drive, and the archive sheet will still find it. Google scripts have a maximum runtime of 6 minutes, so if you're importing a lot of logs at once, it may time out. If this happens, just click dismiss on the message where it says it's running the script and run it again. It will pass over everything it has already imported and pick back up where it left off. Armadas and logs that need to have the comma bug fixed with the script that's already in the tool are the ones that take the longest to import. The best way to think of the archive is as a snapshot of a log. It doesn't hold all of the data itself, but mostly what you would find on that summary screen. So if you really wanted to save space in your drive and all you need is that summary screen, you can go ahead and actually delete the CSV file from your Google Drive to save up that space. As long as you have already archived the log itself, it will have the archive file stored within your Google Drive instead. The team is still working on expanding this toolset, so it probably will not be very long before we do yet another update video on this. They have discussed some of what they are trying to do with me, but at this point in time, we're going to keep that to ourselves so we don't put too much work on Stewie to get it all done. He's got plenty of other things to do for us. Speaking of, if you'd like to financially support all the hard work that Stewie and his team do, you can do so in their Link to Officer Tool channel on their Discord server. That link, of course, will be in the description below. You can also financially support our channel through the PayPal and Patreon links that are also in the description. Other free ways that you can support this channel are to like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not done so already, and share this video with your friends. Check out the videos coming up momentarily for more Star Trek Fleet Command and other gaming content. Choose to live, my friends. Live long and prosper, and we'll see you again soon.